Thanks Ankita for having me. I've spent about 12 years of my career, half of it in finance and the rest of it in the startup ecosystem, and have been an entrepreneur for a short while for myself. And the whole startup ecosystem journey is what got me here, having been part of setting up at least two ecosystems, one in the off-grid energy system and in the leadership development for student entrepreneurship. Well, partly they come to us primarily for the Translation Research Center and the needs they have to validate their idea with the clinical setup here that we have.
Right.
But the other filter that we use also is the focus areas that we're interested in. One is the medical technology or medtech devices. Second is unified medicine. Third is nanotechnology, and the last one being social enterprises. Primarily, the biggest gap for the healthcare startups is getting them a clinical immersion or access to clinicians or a clinical setting where they validate their product or a service. That's the biggest draw for them to be here, and we being India's first corporate hospital-based incubator gives them that access, and that's what makes it a winning proposition for them to be here. So we have collaboration with multiple venture capitals as well as angel investors who are interested in healthcare startups. So we syndicate and facilitate a screening procedure for both sides of the fence. We don't have a corpus of our own at this point. We act as a syndicate between venture capitals or angel investors and startups. Indian medicine is something that I'm really excited about, given at this point we have a government that is equally interested in making that system much more stronger, and also statistics that might really put some perspective to your readers, is that nearly 70% of the world still believes in some of the traditional medicine practices, India being one such place. So we need to give some more foray into this practice in a much more impactful manner, and that's what I'm excited about. Well, the problems of the last mile access. I mean, primarily India's healthcare system predominantly has been relied just upon tertiary care systems and the PHCs or primary healthcare centers. But tertiary care is still better because a large amount of private involvement is there. But tertiary care only comes in once a person is already diseased. And primary healthcare system there's a lot of scope for us to fix the systems to make it more preventive care. And that addressing technologically is something that India needs a big push for, and I'm looking forward to make that happen through InCITE.
Personally,
seeing the impact on any of the initiatives that you've taken the charge of, like let's say for example, a big healthcare push that happens through some of the startup ecosystems that we're setting up, or multiple network of hospitals that get to participate in this innovation, that's what excites you, because you're trying to set in a system where things can be channelized or an innovation can be channelized.
So I did my master's in bioinformatics, and I then proceeded on to doing a course in animation, both 2D as well as 3D. Following which I worked as a 3D artist for a company that specialized in making simulations or simulators. So most of my work in that company dealt with medical simulators and among other projects. So I have experience in working with human body anatomy simulator, as well as a simulator used for training surgeons in how to do surgery. I was able to use this experience when I came here to InCITE, to help me better understand the requirements of how I can use this experience in projects here.
Okay.
So I joined InCITE as a concept artist, and yeah, it's been a good time till now so far. Okay, as a concept artist, my job is mainly to communicate ideas between two parties. So usually what we see over here is we have innovators who come from one industry, and we have the people who are going to be using the innovations ultimately. They are usually part of a clinical or medical facility. So there is a huge communication gap between two parties usually. So my job is to basically narrow that gap. So
Okay.
that could be in designing a new product a better way or a different way, or I could design a concept better, represent a concept better, or it could be a process or a new protocol that has to be set up. So yeah, it could take on different shapes. In healthcare, my problems that I feel that I can address best would be problems dealing with communication, where a person has an idea and he wants to convey it in the best way possible to the people who can execute that idea. So that's where I come in, and that's where I see myself playing a prominent part. The use of virtual reality is a very potential, it's got very high potential in my opinion, especially in the medical sphere, where, and to be specific, in mental health. So there's a lot of unexplored area where virtual reality can be used in therapies. So India has a very large population of people suffering from mental problems, mental disorders, and I feel that virtual reality can be a very helpful add-on in this sphere.
In this area.
I'm a electronics engineer by background, and I've been working with different technologies and different medical early cancer detection, early diabetic retinopathy detection, and many healthcare related technology. And I've been in this industry for 6+ years. And InCITE provides me with a tinkering space and ecosystem of doctors, engineers, design artists, clinicians, and this ecosystem jointly helped me develop really nice marketable innovations. So here actually I can use my engineering skills and convert them into good medical product. So that's brought me here. We do medical device development, pharmaceutical development, we do technology sourcing, we do intellectual property assistance, we do POC funding, seed funding, we do venture scouting, we do market research. There's a lot of challenges in bringing up a medical device. So if you like the Naomi Fred's model of made in 2007 about operational gap, there's a lot of gap between the pilot product made and to come to an operational stage. So what we are trying to do is try to bring this gap down. Actually, the products that is developed there's a lot of
pain points, like there is clinical trials, there is public awareness, doctor awareness, and people, many doctors has a lot of acceptance rate is really low for the doctor for new technology. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to bring all this problem down. And when it comes to investment also, investors think medical device has it's like the down of their list. So what we're trying to do is making more culture in investing to developing new technology, and we're trying to make, and India is a really good market for scalable innovations. So we are trying to make a scalable medical innovations. Yes, design thinking is a lately new concept. People start taking it into their product development in past 6 years or 8 years, I guess. But the results say that the design can actually translate to success or translate to a better product. If you take iPhone for an example, or if you take in healthcare, if you take for example, UV Life Sciences is an Indian company who developed a breast cancer screening device, and that design has a lot of impact in the success of that product. So we try to, in design thinking, we give more importance to the design, so that we can make not just a working product but a beautiful product that is acceptable by both doctors, users, and mainly the mass population of India. I would like to see the early detection of diseases, which is because early awareness of diseases is now what we are fighting with, but also early detection part of the medical diseases can be something that we should put more or we should put more energy on, so that we can develop some technology, so that for example breast cancer screening or oral cancer screening or diabetic retinopathy screening, this screening, and in the masses of India or in the bottom of the pyramid people of India or the rural area, the people don't have much awareness of these diseases. And if you can deploy a technology that is scalable there, that can translate or that can change life of many people. So that's something I'm looking forward to. As I said, technology always amazes me, always curious me. Everything I see a new thing in YouTube or in mobile phone or something new always excites me. So if I can translate the new technology and what all the new tools can be put together, and I can make a scalable device, I'm pretty sure that can help the masses, and that can translate the technology to a good product that can affect millions of people in India. So that's what excites me, or that's what drives me.
Yeah.